I've always been more of a fall and winter wardrobe guy with multiple layers and chunkier heavyweight type of fabrics. I was determined this year to come up with some good spring and summer outfit ideas that are still lightweight and suitable for warmer temperatures, but still have a little bit more of an elevated style compared to just shorts or pants and a t-shirt. I've got 3 different outfits I wanted to highlight today, but everything we're talking about will work together as a capsule wardrobe so you can get the maximum amount of different outfits and styles. For our first outfit, I really wanted to lean into more of a retro 70s type of vibe. I think it's a really great look and it's still simple, but just a little bit elevated compared to, Joe Schmo down the street. Starting off with the shirt, this is one of the Howler Brothers Gaucho shirts. These have a bit of a cult following online. I've been eyeing them for a couple of years and I'm really excited to finally have one. I'm even more impressed with it after trying it on and owning it. I love the details and the style, but it's also just really nice and lightweight and flowy, so perfect for those warmer spring and summer temps. You have this really great embroidery on the chest and another little one on the back yoke as well. Even putting my hand to it here, I can actually see through it. It's a cotton poly spandex blend. Super breathable. You have pearl snaps, which I think just adds to the look with the embroidered chest area. And then on the back, you do actually have a full ventilated back yoke. So it just adds to that extra airflow. And of course, with all the Howler Brothers stuff, you have a nice little microfiber underneath the bottom hem. Really great piece. Love the fabric, love the style. It's definitely the anchor of this 70s retro look I'm going for. I'm not really a no undershirt type of guy with button-ups, but I wanted to keep that sort of warm, flowy type of vibe. So I actually just went with a standard Hanes rib tank to go underneath. For pants, I have finally taken the dive into some raw selvage denim, and I couldn't be happier. These are from Kato. This is their Pen Slim variant in the 14-ounce Old Blue Raw. It's almost a teal compared to most other denim colors that you see. I think it looks really great, and it's really unique. One of the main reasons I've hesitated on selvage denim is that I've gotten so spoiled with a lot of stretch in my pants. Kato is one of the few, or possibly the only brand that's doing stretch selvage denim. So you get a lot of that heavyweight, burlier type of feel of selvage denim, but you still get a little bit of that stretch for added comfort. It's 96% cotton, 4% polyurethane. To add with the retro look of this old blue color, they actually have a pink salmon type of selvage ID color. They're made in the USA with Japanese selvage. The fit's great. They're super comfy. Construction, everything like that seems perfect. Overall, 0 complaints so far, and I cannot wait to show off some fades in the coming months and years for these. For a belt, I went with the Arcade Future Weave belts. I'm a huge fan of Arcade belts. If you've been around the channel for a while, they just recently upgraded their Future Weave belts with their newer belt buckle style. These are fully metal free, so they're TSA compliant. So if you do a lot of traveling, don't need to take off your belt while you're going through security, which is nice. But this Future Weave sort of braided look I thought would go really well with this sort of 70s retro type of look. They call this color mustard, but it's really more of an olive or maybe a lighter olive. After looking through my shoes and boots, the obvious pairing for this outfit, I think, was the Huckberry Danner Mountain Mock 917 collab that just came out a few months back. These are just such a unique look and definitely a throwback to that late 60s and 70s type of style. They were based on an old Danner design from the 1960s and kind of brought back and reimagined with newer tech and materials. They're fully Gore-Tex lined and waterproof. They're super comfy like a sneaker, especially with the lower profile. They definitely feel the most sneakery out of all of my sneaker type of boots. Definitely a divisive style, but I think it's great. And I think with an outfit like this, it blends right in and looks perfectly normal. You have a really great grippy Vibram sole underneath. For socks to pair with this, again, the obvious choice felt like the American Trench retro stripe. These are the merino wool ones. I actually checked after talking about these in last week's video. Unfortunately, the merino wool variant is no longer available. I think it's just a seasonal thing for winter, but the cotton ones have the same aesthetics and looks to them. I like this off-white type of natural cotton color compared to a bright white. I think that bright white really stands out when you're sticking with earth tones and things like I tend to prefer. Sunglasses were an interesting challenge to keep with the retro theme. I just recently got my hands on these and am so excited about that. These are the Article 1 Mission Workshop Navigator sunglasses. I had my eye on these when they came out a few years ago and they fell out of stock and were out of stock seemingly indefinitely, but just recently got restocked and I got a pair right away. They're made in Italy. They have a TR90 polymer frame. You have this really nice silicone nose pad on here. These are super comfortable. They fit my face frame really well. And a fun fact I just found out when I was getting some notes together for this video, these were worn by Ryan Gosling. So if you want to look like the dreamboat Ryan Gosling, I definitely can't go wrong with these. Super cool sunglasses, super unique, definitely a standout piece for me. And lastly, for a hat, I've got the 50-cent Worms hat from Sendero. They just recently updated with their spring and summer lineup of hats for this year. Quality is really great. I think their designs are super fun. I picked up two, actually, this one and this one that I'm wearing right now. Really can't go wrong with these. Lastly, for a watch for this outfit, this is the Wear R1 chronograph. Wear was actually kind enough to be sponsoring this week's video as well, so a huge thanks to them. In my last everyday carry update, I talked about the Wear D5 Tropic dive watch. I went in a ton of detail with that. Absolutely love that watch. When I got that one a few months back, I actually got the R1 as well. Equally excited about this one though. It's a 38mm case in the 60s, 70s racing chronograph type of style. It uses a Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement. It has a 40-month battery life, so it's a quartz movement for the watch timing, but you do actually have a mechanical stopwatch on here as well. The case is made out of 316 stainless steel. It uses a box dome sapphire glass, and it's actually assembled in the United States, which is always great to see. The styling overall looks so great. The watch face is super cool. You have this cream and black and red combination. The lume pattern is simple, but looks really nice. You have 100 meters of water resistance. That's actually backed by their 2-year waterproof guarantee, so they stand behind the fact that they say it's waterproof. Not all companies guarantee their waterproof ratings like that, so it's really cool and unique to see. The strap I have is the lined Horween leather strap from Horween Tannery in Chicago. Super soft and comfortable. I think this sort of tan leather lends itself to the style really well. Overall, just really impressed with the quality. I love the USA assembly. Aesthetics are 10 out of 10 on both this and the D5 that we talked about recently. I just can't get enough. Be sure to check the link in the description down below if you want to pick one up for yourself. I have a coupon code as well. That's JoshFenn10 for 10% off your order. Definitely go give them a look. They have a big variety on their website and quite a few USA assembled watches. Huge thanks again to Wear for supporting the channel, sponsoring this week's video. And with that, we will move into outfit number 2. All right, so outfit number 2, we're definitely moving into warm weather territory. I know so many of you live in hot climates and are always getting on my case for these heavyweight fabrics, so I want to make sure and have you covered for spring and summer here. Starting off with the main outer shirt. This is from Taylor Stitch. It is their Western linen short sleeve shirt. Linen stuff is always going to be great for the hot weather. It's much more flowy and breathable. You still get a really nice texture too without overheating. That's always a big problem for me. It's garment dyed and pre-washed, so it has kind of a more vintagey, worn-in type of look. Garment dyeing is always just going to look a little more natural and have more variances in it because they're dipping the entire garment in the dye instead of the fabric itself. You have YKK pearl snaps with brass hardware. It looks excellent, kind of adds to this sort of rugged feel. Just a classic look and style. I've been really happy with it. Underneath this, because I do like to wear this open with this style, I think it just looks a little more beachy and flowy. I've got a new t-shirt. This is the Flint and Tinder vintage slub tee. They used to make these at Huckberry under the name 45. They just recently updated them though, moved them to the Flint and Tinder name and started making them in the United States. So really cool to see. I wanted to get my hands on one to compare it to some of the older ones I have because the 45 slub tees were some of my favorites for the hot weather just because they're thin. This is definitely on par, if not a little bit better than the old 45 ones. You get this really great slub texture. It's a 4.5 ounce 100% cotton fabric that's used. Quality and everything seems really great so far. I'll definitely report back as I wear these longer, but everything I can tell, these are just kind of an improvement on the older ones, which I definitely loved. For shorts, I've got a pair from Howler Brothers. These are the pressure drop cord shorts. I've had a few shirts from Howler Brothers over the years. This is the first time trying any of their pants, and I'm definitely impressed and loving the look and style of these. So this is corduroy, which is normally more of a winter fabric, but between the orange and the kind of casual styling here, I think this is perfect. These are pretty simple and basic, but in a good way. They're 98% cotton, 2% spandex, so you get just a little bit of stretch here without having them look like stretch or athletic type of pants. You have a full elastic waistband and drawstring, so they're super comfy. They kind of feel like you're wearing lounge shorts, but you're not. Definitely have a nicer look and feel compared to like athleisure type of stuff. Really great cut and quality. It's an 8-inch inseam on these, which is a pretty good length. I normally go 7. As much as I love my boots, I am definitely a sneaker guy as well. These are the Asics Gel Kayano 14s. These are a new pickup for me, but I have a handful of other Asics that I've been really happy with. I got those ones last year. I think it was like the 1550. It was made with the recycled airbags and stuff. I really love those, and those are some of the most comfortable sneakers I own. These definitely did not disappoint as a successor. Kind of a 2000s dad type of vibe in a really good way. I love the look of these. They're super comfortable. I really like this cream as well, kind of like we talked about earlier. You know, I like that more natural cotton or cream color compared to a bright white. Just kind of offsets and keeps with the neutral, you know, earthy tones that I typically aim for. And just like the last outfit, perfect pairing for these is the American Trench retro striped socks. These are this cream off-white type of color as well, so they blend in well with the cream and the Asics. Having some taller socks with shorts is a new look for me, but I think I pull it off pretty well. Again, a lot of this is just to kind of push my comfort level and zone into these spring and summer styles. I've been really happy with this look so far. For a hat, I actually have another Howler Brothers item. I got this a few weeks back and have been loving it. It's the Howler Brothers Mutations Lab snapback. It is a full, like, unstructured snapback. It's not overly deep. I love the texture of this fabric as well. Sunglasses for this went a little bit more classic. These are the Huckberry Cruisers. Really great and classic look. I've got 2 pair of the Cruisers. These are the Gloss Cola variant. Definitely one of my favorites and definitely my go-to for any sort of outdoorsy adventure type of things. Outfit number 3 here is definitely going to break our trend a bit. I know I wanted to cover some hot weather type of gear, but realistically, that's a bit optimistic for me with the Oregon temperatures right now. So I still wanted to cover some kind of crappy spring weather outfits with some elevated basics and that sort of thing, because this is definitely more in line with what I've been wearing so far this spring, compared to, you know, shorts and short sleeve shirts and things like that. Starting off first, this is the Flint & Tinder 10-year hoodie. I got this one last year, but I've had the green version of the 10-year hoodie for over 2 years now, I believe. It's held up really well and looks great, and is just such a great, like, staple piece to have for layering and just general wardrobe stuff. It's made in America with USA sourced materials as well, which is always nice to see. The 10-year hoodie name is because it has a 10-year replacement guarantee. The fit is just about as neutral and perfect as you can get. I think it's not overly relaxed or overly slim, so it's not going to look weird to wear on its own, but it's not going to be too baggy to wear as a layering piece either. This oatmeal heather color I think looks really, really nice, and it's still a little bit lighter for the springtime here, but definitely works, you know, year round, and is one of my favorite colors for layering. To pair with this, in case it's rainy and the weather sucks like it has been for much of the spring so far here, another Flint & Tinder classic and favorite of mine is the flannel line wax trucker jacket. I've had this thing for a long time now, and the patina is really starting to look great. The more you wear them, the better they're going to look. You can always re-wax them as well, because they will start to lose the wax over time. This one, again, is made in the United States. It uses a 7-ounce Martexan sailcloth, which is also from the United States. It was made famous by Joel in The Last of Us HBO TV show. Overall, one of my favorite jackets. I've been reaching for this one consistently throughout the entire spring, just because the layering here, it's great when it's just a little bit cool outside, but you don't want to overheat in a proper, like, winter jacket. Aesthetics are great too for that sort of classic heritage type of look. The cut of the wax trucker is really nice too. You got a little bit of room for layering or movement, but it's not super big and boxy. You know, like the Shortline Cruiser from Filson, great jacket, but just a little less flattering for day-to-day type of wear. Pants for this outfit, I've got another pair of raw selvage from Cato, but this is their 17.5 ounce mammoth denim, so really heavyweight denim. If you're gonna get one pair of selvage denim, I think a dark indigo like this is probably a good way to go. Just like the old blue raw, I'm really excited to see how the fades come in these for the coming months and years. I've had these for about a month. I got both pair at the same time, so I've been trying to break them in as fast as possible. The 17.5 ounce mammoth though is definitely the burliest denim I have ever used. They practically stand up on their own. Super beefy, but they're still super comfortable because you have that stretch in there, but they feel like indestructible practically with how heavy these are. Made in America with Japanese selvage denim. Quality and aesthetics, comfort, everything has been really great, and just such a timeless and classic look is kind of what I was going for with this outfit. Timeless, classic, like elevated basics. Forgot to put it up here, but the belt I've been wearing with this is from Grant Stone, actually. It is their Dune Chrome XL single piece leather belt. So this is just a single piece construction, really thick and burly, a little more of a casual style than dress style, but you could definitely dress this up if you need to. I intend to do that at the very least. You have a brass buckle on here, which looks really nice. Quality for this is excellent. I've been on the hunt for a really good quality leather belt for some time, and I am extremely pleased with this one. For shoes, again, sticking with that sort of simple heritage type of theme. These are the Dune Chrome XL diesel boots from Grant Stone. If you want to see a ton of detail on the diesel boots, and check out that boot video I did. I'm not going to go in crazy detail like I did for that one. It's like half an hour long. I covered 5 different boots, but I've been loving the diesel boots. I have a really wide toe splay from hiking, but I have a pretty narrow heel, so it's sometimes tough to find stuff that fits well. These have been excellent. Goodyear welt constructions made with Dune Chrome XL from Horween Tannery in Chicago. You have a steel shank, you have cork filler, you have a vegetable tanned midsole and insole and welt. Quality is just top notch for the Grant Stone stuff. I've been obsessed. I got the kangaroo leather boots and loved them so much I wanted to get something like this too. The patina on this color is going to look incredible as I wear these through the year. I'm really excited to see, even in the short time of a few months, they look excellent so far, and I can't wait to see how they look in another year. Socks to pair with the boots. These are from Warren. These are the enhanced boot socks. For sunglasses, want to go with the Huckberry Cruisers. Again, for this outfit, just because this is, classic, timeless type of look. And for the hat, going with those simple, elevated basics, this is the Huckberry Explorer hat. The main reason I was drawn to this was the fabric itself. It's a brushed bull denim. The texture of this fabric, though, looks so great in person. I'll do my best to get some B-roll shots of it here. Just a really simple, classic type of look here. You have a leather strap on the back and a brass buckle. Simple hat, but really good quality. I know I said 3 outfits at the beginning, but I had a bonus category that I wanted to cover if anyone's interested in some sort of like loungewear, athletic wear, athleisure, that sort of thing. I work from home and spend most of my time realistically in this sort of clothes. I thought it'd be a worthwhile category to cover, and I have some new pickups that I've been obsessed with. All 3 of these are from a new brand called Trumbull. It was a collaboration between Huckberry and Aaron Levine, who's a pretty famous designer. They're all made in Detroit, which is my hometown, so I have to throw some, Detroit hometown love. That's another reason why I want to make sure and cover these, but they are really incredible. It's kind of meant to be kind of a throwback, like retro sportswear type of vibe. So lots of loose, baggy type of fits. If that's something that you're into, I think they look great. I wore this hoodie a couple weeks ago and I had a ton of questions about it. They have the sweatshirts here that I wore the other week. They have some sweat shorts as well in the same type of fabric, but they have these, which have been my new favorite. These are the vintage wash double front sweat pant. I really love the look of these. They almost have like an acid wash jean type of look, but they're sweatpants. Super comfortable. I love the fit and style with these, these and some sneakers and this hoodie. Perfect look if you want to go a little trendier with the cuts and fits. Durability on these is not going to be quite the same as some of the other higher end ones like the Flint & Tinder 10-year lineup or like American Giant, something like that. But the quality seems really good. They're super comfortable. They look great. They're made in Detroit, if that matters to you at all. It definitely does to me as a Detroit native, but I just want to give a quick shout out bonus at the end here. If you're looking for some like really trendy, cool looking athleisure type of stuff, These have been amazing. Hopefully this went well. Like I said, I wanted to challenge myself a bit to lean into the spring styles instead of just going with my flannels and stuff like I normally do, because I fall into this rut when the weather gets hot. I'll wear shorts and a t-shirt or pants and a t-shirt, and I just have a really difficult time styling myself while still being able to stay cool and just not sweat to death. I really hope you all enjoyed this though. I'd love to hear if you have any ideas or things that you're wearing for the spring and summer. I might be doing a summer update in a couple months. We'll see. If there's any other like apparel, clothing type of videos you're interested in from me, let me know. I've been going a little rogue, making these more frequently lately. I'd love to hear any feedback if you like them or if you don't like them. It's been really fun for me. That's why I've been leaning into it. Thank you all so much for watching though, and I'll talk to you in the next one.